Welcome to Awakening You channel. We hope you found something here that sparked your interest and assists you in your awakening journey. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Beloved you. Most of you have at some point heard about the elements of nature on planet Earth. Until recently there were 4 elements: water, air, earth, and fire. Then it was found that there was a 5th element, ether. When we say that planet Earth is a living being, we are actually realizing that it is these elements that give it life. For a long time, humanity has dissociated and separated human consciousnesses from the other consciousnesses on this planet. But as we expand our knowledge of the creation of the worlds, we begin to understand that everything is a consciousness. Whether it is a human consciousness, or something else, animal, plant, mineral and even elemental, they are always part of the greater consciousness, which is the consciousness of Gaia. This in turn is part of the consciousness of this local solar system, which belongs to the consciousness of the entire galaxy. Galaxies are part of the consciousness from their universe, and then the multiverse and finally the source, which created everything in the infinite cosmos. So there is only one consciousness, which originates from this source, also called God. Nothing is separate from her, for she is the one who constantly supplies creation with worlds and other things. We are one with the source and to her everything converges, because movement is always in the form of a spiral. What sustains the life of all that exists is motion. Life and death are part of this ongoing spiral. But it's not the way we always imagined, because nothing has an end. As Lavoisier well said, nothing is created, nothing is lost, everything changes. The source sends out this energy and transforms what is at every point in the cosmic infinity. Each planet, star, galaxy, or universal Earth has its own characteristics, i.e., a specific form of consciousness, because it wouldn't make sense if it didn't. The Creator himself can do his experiments within this mechanism that exists in all forms of consciousness. And the Earth, as a planet, has its own unique characteristics. We are not going to talk about human consciousness here today, and not about the other animal, plant, and mineral kingdoms. Let's talk about the consciousness of Gaia. She uses all the means necessary to survive and develop. And the 5 elements of nature are fundamental in this process. They have a movement comparable to the metabolism of a human body. The primary function of the elements is the cleansing and nurturing of the planetary body. Without this cleansing, the planet would end up poisoned and life on it would disappear due to lack of energy. Water, as well as air and fire, are the most important in this cleansing and care, and are in fact the most visible movements. Each element has its elements, which are consciousnesses within a group consciousness, and which are also part of Gaia's consciousness and source. As elements, they act for the benefit of your host, which is the planetary body of Gaia. They are like soldiers in an army defending their commander. The fire elements are salamanders. The most sensitive people can feel, and even see, how they change shape when something burns, or oozes. They are always everywhere, even if there is no fire. This is possible because they are consciousnesses, as stated earlier. Just the presence of salamanders warms planet Earth and maintains the pleasant weather we know. It is not the sunshine that warms, as we always thought. Actually, the sunlight is cold, that is, it does not directly affect the temperature where we are, but at an altitude of 10,000 meters we have between 50 to 60 degrees below zero. What heats are the elements that are on the surface? Remember that they are fire, even if they do not appear in flames. The more they are present, the more the temperature in that place increases. They organize the seasons of the year in terms of temperature. These variations promote the ecosystems needed on this planet. A certain life always depends on the chain of energy needed for its continuity. The elements organize this chain. We are at the end of the planetary transition. Everything will change on this planet, and the elements are doing an energetic adjustment work, guaranteeing life and its transformation that is coming now. We have seen this movement become much stronger, such as the increase of air, water, and fire. More intense winds, huge rain, and even forest fires in many parts of the planet. We don't see much of the other two active elements, but they work silently. The earth element absorbs waste so that it does not accumulate on the surface, and the ether transmutes its polluted atmosphere. Everything has intensified recently and the purge is big now. They are preparing the planet for a new Earth to be installed. The temperature increase we have seen recently may even intensify, but we must be careful with the media's information. They want us to believe that strong action is necessary, which is not true. Nothing and no one will change the image of what is part of the transition. There is a divine plan for everything, and it will organize the changes in a way that will not have dire consequences for humanity. Obviously, whoever disrespects something or someone will suffer the consequences of their actions, and this is already part of the laws of cause and effect, which govern human consciousness. No one pays for the mistakes of others. This is also one of the divine laws. Remember that we have past lives that still affect the current incarnation. When the portal opened yesterday, August 1, 2023, it was noted that someone said, "The salamanders are multiplying now." No coincidence, we have a dry summer in the northern hemisphere, and a less cold winter in the southern hemisphere. Also yesterday, a weather report said the state of Santa Catherine had an atypical day, with temperatures between 0 and 30 degrees. The salamanders are in full action here too. Let us not believe those who have always deceived us. Let us praise the voice of our soul that now begins to tell us things that have always been hidden from us. As our consciousness expands, it unites with the consciousness of Gaia, and the universal and cosmic consciousness, energizing the transformation. There is nowhere to run or hide, for we are part of the whole and one. The resistance to change is the cause of most of our pain. Let's reflect on that. I am Vital Frozy and my mission is to enlighten. Namaste.